Hi, Favor.
Oh, blush. I'm making her blush today, you can
Please,
see.
please.
Anyways, welcome back to Truth and Takes podcast. And I have a surprise for you. I'm going to be reading today because someone messaged and I'm like, oh, I miss your voice. You have that little. I don't know. Well, I had to Google it and I found out it's when you cannot really pronounce S. But, anyways, I'm going to be reading. So I'm going to be taking. I'll be letting favor read
Please
last
let her
because
know in the comment section that you like my voice.
no, I know you like mine, but you will not understand mine because of the braces right now.
No problem, we
And
are
I'll be
going.
doing a whole video later on about like my braces and all that. But for now, let me grant your wish, okay?
Okay.
So our very first story for today says, "Please post for me. I have never checked my husband's phone or suspect anything from him. I always trust him because of the trust I have for him. I do not bother to check his phone. Recently, his phone was beside me. A WhatsApp message came in. The context of the message made me want to check more of it. In the message, it was obvious that my husband is having an affair with his best friend's wife. My husband's best friend traveled out of the country almost 3 years ago. He
Okay.
do send money to his wife and my husband. In fact, my husband and his best friend are like brothers. They are so close. I checked my husband's WhatsApp to know what when they started dating. It was obvious that they both started dating since last year. My husband's best friend has two children, and we also have children. Since I discovered I am in pain, I have not confronted my husband. I still behave as if I don't know anything yet. Please, what should I do? Should I call my husband's best friend and tell him everything? I have his number because he's like a family member. What should I do?
Hmm. Did she say she has enough proof?
Probably just a WhatsApp message.
I think she should really take her time to ensure she has tangible proof, and then you can go to your husband's best friend to have a conversation with him, because it depends on who your husband is. If I don't know, your husband might want to be manipulative or turn things around or even tell lies that might sound truth, maybe a little bit true or truthful enough to convince you. So just go to his best friend and have a conversation with him, but ensure you show your proof, because how you won't take
You need to back up what you are saying with
exactly.
receipts,
How do you
right?
defend what you're saying?
Exactly. So those WhatsApp messages, if they are convincing enough, then that's
Mm,
the proof that she needs. So you
actually,
just take pictures of them with your phone or screenshot them and send it to your phone. And I feel like for her to pretend how much when she's in such pain,
actually,
that's another like
it's a lot.
the one is a psychopath. Please.
Actually,
Because like
because
you saw something like that
you
and
didn't fling the house upside down.
exactly it's hurting you and you're just
Mm-hmm.
keeping quiet.
Playing cool
I
with
don't think
him.
no someone that can control their emotions like that. They are
Mm-hmm.
scary.
Actually, they're actually scary. But this is not to say you're a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
But please don't keep quiet or keep it to
Exactly.
yourself. Try to
Confront the
find
man.
proof and then take it to his best friend and eventually confront him.
Yes, exactly. I
Because
feel like she needs to confront her husband first
mm-hmm,
before communicating with the best friend.
right.
So depends on what you hear from your husband, or you can
Mm-hmm.
now like, oh yeah, your wife and my husband have been
Having an
having
affair.
having their own playlist.
But wait though, what if the man now knows?
The
What
best
if the
friend.
best friend
Oh, what
knows?
if like the best friend was like, oh, can you help me service my wife?
Imagine. Ah, you just go and she and is like, I'm sorry, I'll talk to him, and nothing
Oh
happens, and
my
you're
god,
like,
it's possible.
it's
Three
very
years your wife has been
possible.
with that person because
Actually,
I don't know how women do it that they can stay for years without having
their
intercourse.
with their husband.
Mm-hmm. Or with anybody at all, self.
Actually,
Oh, sorry, I sound like
a
there are
whore.
women. There are women that are like that. Yes, and kudos to you guys. But as a
She
married
has to
woman,
take it back.
as a married woman, 3 years
Actually,
without your partner.
without your
Oh, come on.
partner. For I don't even think it's a woman thing. Even men, self
Yeah.
being
Oh, men
like,
definitely. You cannot. I'm not sure
how?
the man is even staying where he is. I'm not sure he's not doing anything
right,
yet.
and all of that. And I think you should know, he should have sensed it, because truth be told, women can be very manipulative, but someone you are married to, who you've had children with,
Mhm.
maybe because of the distance, but you're supposed to know if she's cheating on you.
Take me with you, please. Don't ever leave me in the country. Take me with you wherever you're going. I'm
I'll
behind
follow
you.
you.
You can leave those kids in Nigeria and go, please.
But you should not take it to where you suffer.
Please, yeah, exactly. Okay, so
Okay.
next story. Boyfriend is prioritizing his daughter's pre-K graduation over my college graduation. Why should he? You're adults. Please control yourself.
Like really, you should have friends who will turn up for you. I understand your boyfriend means a lot to you, but man, he's still just your boyfriend, and this is a
Exactly.
child. He most likely would miss this period
Because
and
like
will not create this memory with his child.
he
So
has to drop her off at the graduation
actually,
as well.
I think
So
instead of being upset, is to find a middle ground. Okay, is it close to the venues? Are they close to each other? Can he branch here and then still come around for me? But you
okay.
should not ask him to put you above his daughter in this
But
scenario,
before we
actually.
pass judgment,
Mm.
let's listen to her side of the story.
Okay.
Hi y'all. It's from her, not from
I
me.
thought you've actually finished with this.
Hi y'all.
Sorry.
I, 26 female, I'm graduating from college with my bachelor's this June. My boyfriend, 29 male, is graduating next year. We've been dating for over 2 years and know for sure we are the right one for the other. He has two daughters, 6 and 4, from a previous marriage, and both of their graduations, kindergarten and pre-K, are happening on the same day as my college graduation. Boyfriend and I have been lucky enough to be in the same classes for the last 2 years, but this degree has taken me 8 years, three colleges, and two states to get. I've really been struggling, and I'd love to feel support for something I feel like I can finally present to the world. He said he had something to tell me that might be upsetting to me in the middle of lecture last week. He's planning on skipping my graduation so he can make it to his 4-year-old's pre-K graduation. In his words, he'll be prioritizing that. To be honest, I completely saw this coming. I don't want to change his mind, but I'm struggling with how to handle this. Okay, so she's not upset about him actually doing it. She feels like she needs that because she has seen
Mm-hmm.
that he's the right one for her. So it's just like having your husband beside you, although
Mm.
you guys are not married.
But
I
then she
get,
said she saw it coming. It
yeah.
means maybe in one way or the other, she has perceived that the man is always prioritizing his kids over her.
I believe she understands that he has to prioritize her. It's not like
Actually,
maybe he has already
yeah,
been prioritizing them, but he has to prioritize them
actually.
because it's necessary. As someone, she feels the need for someone, for the person close to her to be present at her
Mm-hmm.
own graduation. So she will understand that the child will need someone that's close to her too, like a father,
Actually,
to
to
be at
do
her own
that.
graduation.
I think you've been matured. You've
Yeah, very mature.
maturely even handled or perceived the whole experience. I think you should also remember that this is not an easy decision for your partner to make. Like, man, how do you choose a woman you love and two daughters you already have? It's really scary. I'm sure he's also overwhelmed, and that's why he had to say it after lecture. And even started by saying, I know this can be
Upsetting.
upsetting. So it most likely was a very scary decision for him, but he had to prioritize the graduation of his kids. You
Yeah,
could actually
exactly.
see it as him being a good man,
Mature
because
man, really.
actually that just did not ghost you or tell you he had an accident only for you to see pictures with him and his kids. It's not easy, but then just cut him the slack.
Yeah. Anyways, happy graduation, okay? Oh, we're there in spirit, okay? You can show us the certificate when you're done.
Actually post it.
Okay, so our next one still has to do with graduation. I guess a lot of people are graduating and being upset about graduation
Yeah,
and all.
actually it's the season of graduation right now.
Graduation. Okay, I need to get something off my chest. Yesterday, my stepdaughter graduated and I wasn't invited. I've been in her life since she was 4 months old. Married her mom when she turned 2. I've been there, consistent, showing up, loving her like my own. But come graduation day, I wasn't given a seat. They told me there were only 8 tickets. Let me tell you who made the list. My wife, her two sisters, her biological dad, her uncle, her grandma, her aunt, and her boyfriend. 8 tickets,
You couldn't get
and I
one.
wasn't one of them. I've been sitting with that pain all day. I took time off work, 3 days gone. I drive trucks. That's money and time I can't get back. And still, I got left out. So today, I made some decisions. I removed her from my car and health insurance, took her off everything I'd been covering, told her mother, since she's grown and graduated, she can go stay with her father, the one she made room for over me. Now there's tension in my house. Emotions are high, but I'm standing on what I feel because the truth is, I'm so hot. Not mad, just deeply, genuinely hot. I don't need applause. I just need to speak my truth. Thanks for listening.
This is so sad. Really, really sad. From when she was 2 years old.
Exactly.
Like, that's really sad. Where was
She
the father all the while? And the boyfriend made it to the list. The
and
grandmother and
like
uncle.
irrelevant family members that you could just push aside. Okay,
Uncle.
invite your biological dad, but your stepdad has
Like,
to
you have
still be
eight
there.
chances, like eight. And your stepdad could not find. And it's not like he's just been there torturing you all the while.
Exactly. But
He's
what
been
was
good
the
to you.
mom even doing?
Like, exactly. Why didn't the
Why did
mom?
the mom not speak up or silent?
Exactly. Or maybe let's say the child, maybe she was not even involved in the whole selection.
Mm.
Maybe the mom was the one who even just put people and said, okay, this is who I want to be at my child's graduation. Because I really don't think that girl would sit down and craft this whole list and not include, okay, maybe no one from the stepfather's family as well. That means it's typically something she and her mom or her mom alone worked on.
Someone said, the truth is, you were never truly included. You were just used as a support system when it was convenient for them. What
Exactly.
you did was not only right, it was necessary. They made it
Actually.
clear where you stood and you responded by setting the boundaries that they forced you to draw. The mother should have stood up for you, but she didn't. She
Mm-hmm.
allowed it to happen. You were good enough to raise her child and carry the weight all these years, but not good enough to be there for her biggest moment. That's a
Mm-hmm.
betrayal, not an oversight. You are not just hurt,
Actually,
you were disrespected. You had every right to act on that.
actually, you did. And what does she really get to benefit from all the insurances she has under you? She's now a graduate. She
She's
should
now a graduate.
get
She's
a
an
job
adult.
and
Girl, you're an adult.
please get
You
out.
know you cannot
Get a
invite me to your
job.
graduation. Work.
Actually,
In fact, leave
just
my house.
just go, please.
Leave my house.
Let me know it's just I, my wife, and my kids. Since
Don't eat my food.
I've never meant a lot to
I'm not
you.
giving you money for gas. I'm not giving you money for shit.
Just leave.
Leave.
It's actually justified, and I really, really hope you
Really
find
justified, yeah.
comfort because it's a painful thing to experience.
Mm-hmm.
So
Really.
our heart goes to you.
Like, from when she was born. That
Really,
girl. That girl.
she needs to be flawed.
Lord. Okay, moving on to the next one. Is that my aunt got an invitation to the US for her niece's wedding back in 2014, but her visa got denied twice. It was later she found out her husband wrote series of letters to the US embassy claiming that she intended to remain in their country beyond her authorized stay. Her husband that wrote to the embassy.
This is what you get when you marry an insecure man. You most likely felt like that opportunity would make her feel like she
Began him.
exactly she's bigger than
But
him.
that's not all. Mind you, this was the same man who accompanied her to the bank each time she paid the visa fee and
Ah,
who drove her to the embassy as early as 6 a.m. both
shock
times
wear me
she had her
agbada.
interviews.
Shock don't wear me agbada.
Oh! And there was a time she decided to buy herself a car with the money she saved for herself, from her business. A business she built from the ground up without a single contribution from him. She told him about her plans, and days later, he suddenly had a crisis with his poetry business and needed urgent funds. As the ever dutiful wife, she loaned him the money. Whenever she brought it up, he'd ask why she, a woman, wanted to buy a car when her husband didn't have one.
The red flags were everywhere. I'm not even surprised at this point. The red flags are everywhere. But this
Mm.
point now is not just a red flag, it's a devil.
He even went as far as calling a family meeting over it. He hasn't paid her back till date. Well, they've been divorced since 2018. She moved to Canada 3 years ago to live with her eldest daughter, and today she not only owns a car but two.
One chest for her, please. One chest for her. Womanhood, manhood, sisterhood, motherhood, all the hoods are proud of her.
Oh, please, please. This
Because
one,
really,
envy your progress in your
really,
own
in your
home.
own
When you
home.
think you're marrying someone that will help you progress,
Hmm.
is when you're actually marrying someone
There's just stealing and
that's making you
quenching,
stagnant
and
in life. Imagine I
that's
find out that my husband
is the
you
reason why
sat
you're
down in the night and was writing letter to different
letters.
embassy.
That's
Oh my god.
crazy, right? It's really crazy. He shows he's insecure. He has mental issues. Everything is wrong with him. He's traumatized. He's a psychopath. Because why will you do that? Several times you had to write until they were all disapproved. That's even work. Like, no wonder he doesn't have money like her, because he's not using his time well.
Oh god. I think women tend to always have more financial when a woman puts her mind
Mm-hmm.
to having money,
Yeah.
women are usually successful financially than men.
Mm-hmm.
And especially in marriages. Now when you say woman that she's committed to her career or her business or whatever, she usually has a way that she saves her money more than the man, and then she still spends money on family though.
Mm-hmm.
But then you see her, she still has savings, she still has a little more financial freedom than the man. And
Yeah. So
some
there's
men
this
tend to be
term.
very insecure about that. The woman earning
Yeah,
more than
earning more
them and
than
all that.
them. There is this term they call it in social development. I can't remember the term, but they'll usually say when they're trying to reach out to the poor, they will give the money to the mother of the house instead of the father, believing that the mother will utilize that money for the benefit of the entire family. But statistics have shown that most times the men will use the money for something else and not allow it to benefit the members of the house. So women are more like they are easy to build on because they put in their emotion, their I don't know how to describe it, but then I agree with you.
May God, somebody said, may God help us in choosing a partner.
Actually, because there are a lot of rubbish in this.
That's what we need. We need divine
Mm-hmm.
intervention when we choose a partner that we think
Really.
would actually help us prosper in this life.
Mm-hmm.
Let
Because
God
a
just
lot of people, and
help
you know
us.
the funny thing, I was having a conversation with my friend, and she was like, most of these people who actually have bad marriages never saw it coming.
Yeah.
Most, because you just marry someone who at the end of the day you just realize that, please, who the heck did I just get married
Like
to?
you don't because
People can pretend,
yes, I had someone
right?
on the podcast. Someone a guy was on the podcast with me, and he was like, "But don't women see the signs that this guy is going to
Mm-hmm.
be this way or is going to be
Mm-hmm.
abusive
You don't always
before you get
see
married?" And
it
I'm like, men tend to hide these things
a
very well,
lot.
and then you have other type of religion or
Mm-hmm.
maybe your parents tell you cannot
Yeah,
see a man before you get married,
cultural
so you cannot stay with him
differences.
for a long while, or you
Mm-hmm.
cannot maybe go and visit him, for instance,
Actually,
and then you don't see everything. You don't know you're marrying trash.
that's why it's truly just God's intervention rather,
Exactly.
because God help us. They'll say
Help
court, even now
us.
courtship, even now courtship does not really help anymore. It's good, but you can't say because you courted somebody is a guarantee that your marriage will work. Marriage is a lot of what's the word, investment. Investment that might not pay sometimes. Oh god.
Anyways, that's all we have for today, guys.
Yep, yep.
Um. Oh God, marriages. Please, if you're married and you have a story about like this, please do
Come
share
and
with
share. Oh,
us.
let us gist. Oh,
Please. Don't worry, we're gonna keep it
let us be your
anonymous.
comment
No one
session.
will know you shared anything with us, okay? So just send it to our DMs, use the link in our bio to share your story and every other thing, okay? But we really need to hear
Your
things that are
story.
actually going on in marriages. So that at least
A
can help
lot.
some women that are not yet married
Mm-hmm.
understand things that go on in marriages and what to expect or what to do if they are in a particular situation like yours,
And what
okay?
to do while being single, actually. The
Yes.
right questions to ask, not have you eat, have you popo, what's
Exactly.
your
What's
favorite
your
color?
favorite color? Before you get married, let's know what right questions to
Should
ask
we
our
ask? What
partner.
should we talk about? How
Exactly.
deep should we talk about these things? Because I noticed recently they'll say, when it's not an interview session, why are
Mm.
you asking? I'm like, let me ask and
On
know
the
now. Or
first
are you
date,
hiding
in fact, on
anything?
the first date, you should be asking, do you have any mental
Do
illness
you have
in your
plans to be
family?
married? Because it should not be like you are gay and you're
Or
having a date with me.
I'm in a group where the girl said she went out on a date with a guy, and
Mm,
then she was looking at the menu, looking at what to order. He said she should order meat pie. And
mm-mm,
she was looking at the menu. There were other things on the menu.
in
So
the
now I want to
menu.
order chicken wings, and he found
Mm.
his face.
Maybe he doesn't have the
That
money
money,
to pay.
meat pie
So
was 1,000 naira for one. So please order two meat
no, it's
pies.
not like it's even bad that he doesn't have money, but these are the things to talk about. I really love to discuss dates. The moment you're telling me I want to take you out, I will jokingly ask you what your budget is. I can say something. No, really, I would say
Yeah.
something like, "Oh, that's so nice. Let me go and look for a wig to wear and a fine dress and heels."
Mhm.
I'll just say these things to make you feel like, this guy is really planning. No,
So
I'll be
you
like,
know,
"Oh, are we just going to take a stroll in the park? Let me just plan for something small."
so you understand
So
that my
you
dressing.
exactly. So it doesn't look like I'm trying to size you up. I'm giving you the opportunity to tell me this is what I'm planning for. This is how I want it to go. So I'll
Whether
not
I'll
wear
bring
wig,
out favor the money
makeup, as
spender
if
or
or
favor
with the
the
wife
understanding
material.
guy. Let me know which one I'm
Actually,
bringing out.
let me know. So I will not come now and order for what you cannot pay for. I will
Mm-hmm.
not have to pay for
Well, always
myself
carry your
because
ATM card, please, so
I
that you
cannot
not be
embarrass
using
my
it
village
ever.
people.
Anyways, thanks guys for listening to today's
Thank
episode, and we have
you.
more coming your way, and we're expecting more from you coming our way. Okay,
Actually,
but have a lovely whatever time you're watching it, lovely day, lovely evening, lovely night, and we'll
lovely
see you
life.
another time. Okay, lovely life.
Ciao.
Bye.